Hamish Brayshaw, Will Schofield, and Denim Const with you today on BackChat.
Denim. I forgot that even happened.
What happened today, bro?
I can't even remember how it happened. I'm so hungry. I'm lightheaded.
So, okay. So I should preface this with a big apology to our listeners, both on behalf of Dan and I. And we've found out about Hamish as well for the last, 8 to 10 weeks.
It's been a lot longer than that.
Well, so I was meant to order Uber Eats for Dan and I. Probably should have included Hamish in that and the boys, Damo and Charlie, but I've done nothing to the deal. So everyone's starving.
Yeah.
So Denim hasn't eaten tonight. What can you remember?
So, it was at the cafe. I know
you actually didn't remember? This happened at lunchtime today.
Yeah, that's right. He said, cafe, what's your name? Or for the order, I said Dan. He goes, Denim? I said, what?
Denim.
Denim? I said, no, Dan. He goes, that was it.
But
I did say Denim.
I heard you have some conversation about names. Didn't you say something like, oh, no, like it was Denim's a nice name or something?
No, I was like, man, Denim's a pretty badass name, though. Like,
for a pair of jeans.
Did you guys ever see Denim, the busker in the city?
No.
Charlie? Damo? Denim, okay, there's this mime in the city called Denim, and he used to wear Canadian tuxedo, triple denim, and he used to moonwalk around to Michael Jackson and mime. His name was Denim.
Having the best time. Do you not eat on Monday? You said I don't eat on Mondays.
Well, I finish footy training and then come straight here, and I mean, peeling back the curtain, we don't finish until 9:30 or something. Yeah. So by the time I get home, it's sort of 10 and I just go straight to bed. And my motto was go to bed hungry, wake up skinny, because I was trying to lose weight.
That's good. A friend of mine said go to bed, he was very poor. He couldn't afford to buy food all the time. So he'd go to bed and that would be a meal.
Instead of eating.
Sometimes sometimes going to bed is a meal.
Well, yeah, I need to do that.
You've been on the program.
Yeah.
I didn't know you weren't eating.
No,
sorry.
mate, I've just come from... so the WAFL state squad's got announced last night.
Is that what
you're spin? So I've been...
But are you here to tell me that...
Maybe? No, not here to tell you that you've been called up. Just off the back of Fat Chat and off the back of talking about losing weight, the coach Cam Shepherd came up to me today.
Shep's the coach.
Shep's the coach. Yeah.
Cameron Shepherd.
Cam Shepherd's the coach. Old Peel coach. And he
love Shep.
He comes up to me and goes, "Someone told me that you were 105 kilos." And I said, yeah, well, I mean, I was as of January 1st. And he said, and someone else told me that you got under 90 because of this bet. And I said, yeah, I've got under 90, did all this water weight. And he goes, what are you at now? And I goes, back to 95, 96. And he goes, do you reckon that potentially has something, the fact that you put it all back on, does you reckon that has something to do with the fact that you can't run out a second half?
Shefo can, he can throw some, we've heard from numerous people, and I've been played under him, can spray with the best of them, Shep.
Yeah, he can spray
and he won't leave you to be, okay, so very good. So
that's motivated me to kick myself into a little bit more action and try my best. I'm not going to put an outrageous claim out there, but I sort of need to reel it in a little bit.
What I took out of that story was Cam Shepherd obviously listens to BackChat.
Cam Shepherd.
Someone told me.
If you're listening, I will lose a little bit of weight for you, mate.
Or not. Yeah, all the best.
Very good. Fleet Network.
BackChat, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Big dogs over at Fleet Network, powering our podcast.
Novated
Leasing. No, novated leasing. Look up what they're doing. Very good stuff there. Frank, Garrick, the boys, they'll look after you.
Did you see the car they got me driving around in? Now, I was promised a Tesla. Got to be honest.
There's some keys here.
Just don't show my number plate to the people there, Dan, because I'm a very, very good and safe driver. Thank you very much, Fleet Network. That gets you into 6PR. That's the 6PR fob. Cool. Fleet Network. I mean, the Isuzu MUX.
Bit of a beast.
Yeah,
it sounds.
So I was promised a Tesla.
Disappointing.
Been given a diesel.
Yeah, worth it.
I'm killing the planet. That's what we're doing. Good. No, the Teslas, they couldn't keep up with stock. They completely sold out. So we've got us in the MUX for a little bit. When I get the Tesla,
are you still getting one?
I'm getting one, mate. That's what the deal is. So I'm getting one. Fleet Network they're just sourcing a couple more for us. When we get it, there's some serious content coming out. So
that's right.
Fleet Network doing great things, powering BackChat.
Where are you going to put your 6PR fob? Don't Teslas have cards?
They do. It's like a bank card.
Tesla's got a bank card. You're not going to be able to have a fob attached to that.
Wow.
Unless you like drill a hole in the top left and attach it to something else.
Or you could have one of those little things that connects to your belt and you slide it out and it
Or
flicks
just put
back
it in your wallet.
Have you ever had one of those in your life?
When I worked at the
Of course
Wildcats.
you did.
When I worked at the Wildcats, they were on there and it's pretty awesome.
You know that's a choice, those things. Like, you don't have to have them.
I didn't have a choice.
Yes,
said,
you did.
What was your range? Like how far could you
Full arm length.
draw it out?
Like, are we
Full
talking
arm
meter?
Yeah, we're talking all the way out
Yeah,
there.
my arm's about
And then
my
some.
arm's probably
That's
70.
quite a bit of cable.
Yeah. I remember guys used to walk past and you'd grab it as they're walking and you flick at them.
Yeah.
It's really annoying.
Epic
really
banter.
annoying.
Office
got him.
pants.
Office pants.
Yeah.
Got him.
Mate, some of us have had to have office jobs in our lives. You know, we
No.
do
Working
those
in an
sorts of
office
things.
currently.
Yeah,
Hamish
do you have
lives
one of those fobby things?
No, I've got my fob on the end of my key along with 3 other keys.
So you have to bring out this huge prison ward.
Yeah. I got to bring out the prison
I've
keys.
recently been given a West Coast fob,
Yeah.
and it's a card. It's
Yeah,
not the fob.
Well,
I've got the card.
They've gone to the cards now.
They've given me full access.
Yes, I've got the old school fob, and you've gone the new school card.
That's correct.
At the at Laugh Lane over the weekend where you played, which we'll talk about, I'm sure for the next hour and a half.
I'm just waiting for it, to be honest.
A couple of the West Coast staff were trying to get into the building at Laugh Lane, just that dee-dee-doo-doo-doo sound
yeah.
every time. They were desperate to get in the building and not one of their fobs was working. So that was nice to watch. How many push-ups do you reckon you guys could do in an hour?
How many push-ups in
Push-ups.
an hour?
Yep.
If we break it down, how many could I do in a minute?
Yep.
I reckon I'd go for 30 in a minute, and then I'd probably dive very quickly. Like I wouldn't be getting many more than.
So 30 in a minute, and you reckon you'd hold that for 60?
No.
I wouldn't do that. I reckon I would go 10 in a minute, and then rest.
Yeah.
So I reckon I could maintain 10 in a minute
minute.
for probably maybe 15 minutes, and then I'd start really fatiguing, and then I might drop to 5 in a minute. So what's that? I'd do 150 and then 45 minutes of 5. I'm looking at 300 and a bit, maybe.
Okay.
And then
I'd be less than that. Like I am very weak.
Give me a guess at what you think the world record is that an Australian has recently set
in an hour.
in an hour.
Jeez, that's tough. Well, didn't Jake King do like 300 in a row?
Push up.
The push-up king, didn't he do like? Yeah, I'm pretty
Push
sure.
up.
Oh, jeez.
And don't go over
in 1 hour.
the reveal. Yeah, 1 hour.
It'd be some freak who could probably do it.
All right, so what, would
I'm
it be
just gonna
like
tell you.
one a second, one every
that's ridiculous.
second? No, one every 2 seconds.
I'm going to
30
say
a minute. So 30 times 60 is 1,800.
I'm going to say 1,400.
The record is 3,206, recently set by Lucas Helmke, an Australian dude.
That's
Australian
quicker than
father.
one every 2 seconds.
53 every minute, almost one a second.
God.
Pardon?
Do you want me to show you the video of him?
Yeah,
doing
can
it?
we
Okay,
actually?
hang
Is
on
he
a second.
doing it?
Just putting my beer down.
Is he
drinking-
just non-stop, or is he repping him out at like?
I want you guys to also like give me what you think of his form as well. I don't think there's any audio on this. So look at him.
Oh,
Yeah, that's a push-up.
is he going deep enough?
Oh,
So
that's a
been
push-up, mate.
that's been what he's been copying online. It's like
Mate, look at his arms, Hammer. Have a look at here. You can see him here. Look.
the buckle. They're
I
definitely
don't
bending.
know if that, like what's that guy's not even. Is he just counting next to
That's
it?
a push-up, mate. For mine, I don't care. That's a push-up.
So he's done how many?
He's done that for an entire hour, right?
That is a
and he's
push-up.
done 3,206 push-ups to break the world record.
That's a few
Yeah, that's a
push-ups.
count.
I wouldn't have done. I wouldn't have done a push up in 2 years. Like so, I'm at 0 at the moment.
Oh, it's very good. Okay, you would have. Did you do any push-ups in your return for West Coast? Let's just talk. Let's
Yeah.
talk.
We got to
let's-
talk about.
let's
it.
talk.
That's what
It's the
everyone's
elephant in the
here
room.
for.
It's the
The
elephant.
almighty elephant in the room. Number 81 was out there.
Let's strip it back.
81.
Let's strip it back, right, to how this comes about.
Yeah,
right?
sure.
I got to know. We haven't spoken about this on the podcast.
No. You. Okay.
I spoke about it on Shelter, the Shelter Footy
No,
cast.
you talked about it on BackChat.
Which is on its different-
very
different thing.
I
Very
did.
briefly as
With Sam
an
Butler.
absolute throwaway with Sam
Right.
Butler. You're like, I might be playing this
Because
week.
what
And
had
we're like,
happened,
Yeah, bullshit.
I was at the club I go to the club on Mondays, I do Ask Simo.
Yep.
And I had haphazardly just thrown out, hey mate, if you need me to play, I'll play. Like it's not that hard. And he had a chuckle on air, got off and said, if you're being serious, put something together.
Yep.
See if we can make it happen. So
Send us your reel.
Weren't you
wheels
on the
in
weren't you
motion.
on the piss with Jacko the 2 nights before?
Wheels in motion. Was I on the piss with Jacko 2 nights before? Yes, I was.
Yeah.
So wheels were in motion then. Lost by 170 points. All got together. Boys were crying. They
That's tough, isn't it?
weren't happy. And I thought,
170.
let's go and help. Monday, I go to Simo, has a bit of a joke, and he has a laugh, and everyone goes to bed happy. By Wednesday, I'm starting to get phone calls from West Coast, text messages. What's going on? Blah, blah, blah. Can you do it? What's your schedule? What's your commitment? How's your fitness? All of which are fucked. I'm so busy.
How's your fitness?
I have no fitness. We know about this on
Yeah,
Fat
we
Chat.
do know about this. You gave up about 3 months ago into a 4-month challenge.
100 grams. I'm trying to lose
Started
10
so
kilos.
strong.
I lost 100 grams.
Yep.
We know what my fitness is. It's poor. It's really
shocking.
poor. Somehow those sorts of answers developed into, right, you've got a jumper. We need you to train tonight.
Oh, my God.
So I'm scourging around, didn't know where my boots were, was like lost in the house. I hadn't trained properly and I didn't know what to do. I was like walking.
You just like frazzled, so you just walk around.
You know when you're
Yeah.
pacing? Like,
Yeah.
I was
What are you
like-
doing? I don't know. I'm walking around.
for training.
I got down there and I was like, it started dawning on me, like in my head, I just wanted to play a game. That's it. Like I didn't want to train. I didn't want to do any media about. I just wanted to play.
I called you in the car when you were on the way, picked up the phone and just said, say it ain't so. And you started pissing yourself. And you said, mate, it's dawned on me now that I'm actually in the car on the way to training.
And it was no good. Like the feeling was like, oh God, like footy training. Like I've given this up.
I'm retired.
It was the worst.
As well, like probably 2 hours before that, Scully was lying on this exact couch, like arms crossed over his face, like he couldn't handle the light in the room, and he was like, "I've just realised I got to go to footy training tonight. I cannot be fucked."
I was so tired. I remember being
Yeah,
so
you were so
tired. It was
tired.
like emotion that like got over me. It was like, oh, this is happening. Go down there. I'm running around. All I wanted to do was not do a pinger. I just didn't want to do a hamstring or a calf. I mean, all of it was. Anyway, halfway through the session, I'm actually getting through okay. I look over, Hammer's come out. Hammer's on the fence, abusing me.
Arms up in the air while Scully's on all his haunches.
Like we'd done 2 drills and I was cooked. I was cooked. It was a full ground drill where the forward stayed at one end, didn't have to move much, and I lasted about half of the drill. Got through, all done and dusted. But the funny things are, so there, I have to sign a contract. So
Right.
So the boys, there's a lot of paperwork because I had to get clearance. I had to get clearance from Peel, who I my last WAFL side. Matt Rosa, former teammate of mine, had to provide that. So thank you very much, Matt. Had to sign a contract. Now, West Coast, I'm trying to go in depth as possible here,
Yeah,
right?
signing bonus.
West Coast did offer to pay me an amount, and not being a hero, being, oh yeah, I'm rich, got heaps of money. You know I don't. I just said, look, just don't worry about paying me. Like I'm not doing this for money, so I didn't think I was going to get paid. And they're like, no, we can pay you. And I was like, nah. And they said, well, you still have to sign a contract, but you have to write $0 on it. You have to say you're getting zero. So I signed a $0 contract at the club. I had to do
Physical?
No physical. I had to do like a what do they call it? Drug education.
Oh, yeah, shit.
So
those
all the
things
education pieces
Betting
for like
stuff?
2 hour
Should've got-
betting.
You should have got paid and then just put it over the bar for the boys.
Yeah, well, maybe that would have been a nice idea. But I did say, why don't you pay one of the younger boys a bit more money or something?
Yeah.
So, I mean, and there's no bar at West Coast because, he's at a waffle side. Anyway, that goes through. I'm signing forms. I'm getting sent like things to log in and register as player. Like so much admin.
They do skinnies?
And I was like, no skinnies. That would have been very bad.
That would have been tough.
Like I went, like there was, so that happened Wednesday. Got home and I was like, this is no good. Like I was cooked after one session. I was like, this is no good.
Hit the showers.
Hit the showers. It was a Sunday game. So I came back Saturday for captain's run. Did minimal.
Yeah.
In runners.
Captain's walk.
Took Nash down there.
Brilliant.
And because in my head, I'm like, I'll take Nash down. Everyone will think it's nostalgic and, he's bringing his kid down. But the actual reason, well, that was one reason. But the actual reason was, you can't go. You'll look after the kid. Oh, sorry, boys. I'll just leave me out of this drill. I'll just look after Nash and get him out of the way. Just gave me a reason to not really be very involved.
Sure.
Did they buy that?
Yeah, they did.
no,
Yeah,
hook,
absolutely
line and
bought.
sinker.
Absolutely.
Absolutely rose to the bait.
So that was the thing. And then I was ready to play on Sunday morning.
There you go.
So run me through it. The game is 2:10. Typically get to the ground, an hour and a half, 2 hours early?
Yes.
Run me through your schedule. It's been 3 years or something, hasn't
Mate,
it?
that's
It's
what
been a long time.
That's what I started realising. And I realised it the day before. So Alex has run me, my wife Alex.
What do you want for dinner?
Yeah. No, she says, I've just got some steak and sausages for dinner. And I was like, yep, beautiful, no worries. Hung up. And then I thought, I need some carbos. I need some carbo loading. So I said, babe, got to have pasta.
Oh, shit, yeah. It's the best day of the week, the carb loading before
I'll tell you what I did instead.
Oh, God.
I've got
6 beers or something?
She's got no
Stouts.
She went. She got some pasta for me. Ordered it from an Italian restaurant. Sienna's, shout out, very good restaurant.
Yeah, sensational.
Get the pasta, but she'd already bought the steaks because I'd given the all clear. So we cooked them, and I ate the steak as well. I ate the steak as well as the pasta.
Up.
Absolutely, sausages, steak, pasta. So I was fueled up. I wouldn't have been surprised if I was 115 kilos.
Yeah, so you went to bed $1.15 and change.
So wake up, mate, had a little sleep in. I had the first Powerade I've had in 2 years.
Yeah.
Like, you don't drink sports.
No,
you
don't.
don't realise this because you're an athlete. Do you have Powerades?
I love.
Oh God.
I love grape Gatorade and watermelon Gatorade. It's just a delicious treat.
Yeah,
yeah,
it's a hungover drink.
I'm going to be honest.
Yeah, for sure.
There hasn't been any Powerade bottles lying around the studio, and we spend every day together. So you're lying unless you're drinking them at home at night time. You don't drink them.
If I'm driving home and need to pop into the shops, I'll grab a cold one out, like when I'm going through the register, and just smash it.
Damo, do you drink Powerade? Like, do you drink Powerade during the week?
Absolutely not.
Charlie's going to come at us with some.
Maybe on a hangover.
Yeah,
It's a hangover. Like if you've been knocking about town and then you just get up.
It's not something you have
just
with dinner.
It's a Powerade.
It's not a dinner drink to wash your pasta down.
No.
Right, so
You're
Friday
not going
night,
out and ordering, hey, can I just get a Parma and some chips and maybe some fierce grape if you've got it?
Although I will say a Gator Mosa is a delicious treat.
A Gator Mosa's nice, isn't
Yeah.
it?
is that alcoholic?
Yeah, sparkling wine, like a mimosa, but with Gatorade.
Yeah,
so it hydrates you.
I was getting ready to go out the other week, and we only had Powerade in the fridge because we'd just played, and so it was for the next morning, and vodka, and I was like, oh God, I don't want to just drink straight vodka, so I just ended up having some Powerade vodka.
Yeah,
That's the Southern Riverbound boys have got a famous drink they do. I think it's
really?
Gatorade vodkas. Yeah,
Brilliant.
I mean, it's not that hard to come up.
No,
with.
it's not. It's
Gatorade
literally
vodka.
just
I think it might have happened exactly like that. Anyway,
we got?
so I had my first Gatorade in like 2 years.
You would have been jumping over the wall.
Yeah, I was feeling good. I was anti-inflamed, so I gave it a good build up. I felt great. I actually felt really good. Did a bit of media stuff in the morning, my usual radio slot, and then came home to Alex had taken the kids out just so I had a bit of time to myself. But my other wife, Dan, was there waiting for me.
I was there
with a Powerade in his hand.
with a camera. I was so jealous. I was hoping you'd offer me one. I thought you had multiple in the fridge, but you just had the one.
Sorry, mate.
I did say, so just part of this, I don't know if you remember, you were getting your bag ready and you were pacing around, like you were talking a lot and you were just saying, like, you were just talking like you were pacing. And I
was
said,
nervous.
And I was
no
like, you got
question.
your bag packed? You're like, yeah, I got the stuff. And I was like, do you have a mouth guard? And you went, oh, I don't know. I don't know if I've got a mouth guard.
Mate, I didn't know where it'd be because I actually knew, I didn't say this because Dan was filming the preparation.
Yeah, of course.
There's a doco coming out.
There's a genuine doco coming
excited.
out. It's going to be very good. I forgot about that. We fully made a doco. I knew I'd thrown my mouth guards out, not a fit of rage, but I was cleaning the house out and I literally had like mouth guards for 10 years and I just threw them all in the bin. And so I'm rummaging through.
That's what you'd expect having retired.
Yeah,
what do you
correct.
keep
2
them
years
for?
ago.
I'm
rummaging through.
My son to use.
I found one.
Alex comes home one day, he's just walking around the house in a mouth guard.
So I found one. So I got my mouth guard,
Yep.
all the stuff packed, but I was nervous. I was not nervous I wasn't nervous, but because I hadn't done it for so long.
You had like a nervous energy to
Yeah,
you.
I'd been like cleaning the house all morning for no reason, like really weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you? I don't know if you wouldn't even know.
Nah,
you don't know.
I'm like, nah.
You don't know.
Yeah.
You're too busy.
Do you try to like
dominating the
keep your mind off the game and do other
Yeah,
shit?
well, that's what I do.
I get up. Our games are typically at 2:10. This week was a bit different because it's in the afternoon. But I'll just do I'll do whatever in the morning. And
Yeah.
I'll eat 4 hours before, and then at that point that locks me in. And then I get to the game 2 hours after.
You had the night game.
Yeah, we had the night
Nice.
game, so that was a bit different. But
Did you dominate? You did. Yeah. Are you playing forward? Like, how many shots on goal you have?
I'm playing mid with a little bit of forward rotation, but I'm
Four shots on goal.
Yeah, should have kicked
2-2?
them all too. Should have kicked 4.
All right. Well, it's not about you. We're going to come back to you in a second because it's about me.
Speaking of shots on goal,
Yeah, I'll tell you what. So we get to the game. Is that where we're up to?
Yeah, we get to the game.
Get
just
to the
been nervous
game.
and now you're at the game.
Get to the game. Still don't know what I'm doing. Like, I get there and put my stuff in front of the locker, then go to leave, and they're like, oh, I should get changed. And I put shorts on, and then I'm like, oh, actually, I should put this warm-up top on and then go back out. I like came in and out of the things. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know what I was doing. I I got my ankles strapped. I got a rub. Hadn't had a rub in 2 years.
Oh, mate.
Jeez,
I reckon I texted Scully about 5 minutes into us getting there because someone wanted to do an interview. They said, where's Will? And I was like, I don't know, we just got here. I'll text him. I was like, where are you? They want to do an interview. And you're like, I'm getting a rub. I'm like, literally 5 minutes in, you're already on the bench.
Yeah, of course.
Hammer does it. That's exactly right. And Dan's like, well, how long are you about? So probably 30 minutes, mate.
Yeah, give me as much time as I physically can get on here.
So yeah, did all that and prepped, and like it was just weird, like it was a really strange feeling doing team meetings beforehand again, doing the line meetings, mindfulness beforehand, like all this stuff that I haven't done for 2 years.
You went to a jumper prezzo?
Jumper presentation.
Not for Will. Not for Will.
Me. Oh no,
that would have been amazing.
It should have been. Had you played
Hang
for
on.
the WAFL Eagles before?
Should there have been a fucking jumper presentation?
Have you played
for me?
WAFL West Coast?
When did it start?
2020? No, 2019. You've played WAFL West Coast.
I've played WAFL. I definitely have.
Yeah, you've definitely
I
played
definitely
West Coast
have.
WAFL, I
Right,
think.
okay. But I was wearing number 81.
It's a new jumper.
Shout out 81. That would have been fucking
That's a
amazing.
heavy number.
Shannon
That's a
comes,
heavy set number.
presents me with
Barney
the
would
number
have been
81.
fuming. I have to go down to the club to present Scully.
Scully with his number 81.
So the overall feeling for me coming into that game was strange. Like it just I felt out of place. Like this is a place that I've spent 14 years of my life and I felt like a complete stranger. I had my stuff in front of my locker. Jermaine Jones's shit's in there. I'm like, this is just weird.
Right.
It's just because we were in the main
Your
locker
name's
room.
on there still.
Correct, but it just someone else's stuff is in it.
Yeah.
And I text JJ, so I just borrow in the locker for the day, mate.
Of course.
You know. I'd forgotten runners, so I warm up in runners. So I got Luke Shuey's runners out of his. I stole his runners for the warm up to the same size. So I was doing things like I was still a player, but it felt like
Weird.
It was a bit yucky. I was just on reflection.
You feel out of place?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
it was interesting.
okay, so you've team meeting, you've mindfulness, you've got a rub, you've warmed up. Where the game starts, where do you because the 15-minute warm up for me, like I'm blowing sometimes by the end of it.
I was very limited. So how you do team warm up, and then you do lines. I did not participate in the line warm up.
Okay.
I went outside 50 and I started walking. I did a big lap around the 50, encouraging boys,
Cool.
doing a bit of
Veteran
touch.
presence.
I was just walking around.
And so you're feeling reasonable going.
I was feeling good.
Where, run me through it. The first set
Cage.
of bounce, where were you?
Cage.
Straight out of cage. Okay. Who had you? Matty Jupp?
No, Janice. Sure it's.
Please do not look at me for that. I do not know.
Hang on, I'll find out.
I will say while you're looking that up,
you.
there was the Anzac part ceremonies.
Oh, please talk
And
about this. Please
there
talk about
was,
this.
the thing about Anzac Day with the last post, right? It's a very reflective. It's very, what's the word I'm looking for? It's
Patriotic.
yeah. It's like everyone's still and
Respectful.
silent.
Jansen, apologies.
There we go. So they play the last post. Teams are lined up. Very nice moment. And then the guy who's operating the deck, like the DJ, I guess, for the day, I don't know.
DJ Damo.
DJ Damo has pushed play on the last post. It's gone through.
You didn't have a bugle live.
So
No bugle.
no bugle live.
Wow.
But that we didn't even know where to line up to start it. We come out complete shambles, mate.
Yeah.
No one. There's no setup.
Where's the ground stuff?
No ground staff, mate. They don't exist at this level.
They
And
did also call West Coast, and the ground staff apparently pinged with West Coast and said, "Who's this guy filming? He can't be uploading anything." I got a text.
Did you?
Yeah, from Thumper. He goes, "Hey mate, someone's spotted you filming. Please do not fuck this up."
Oh my God! Shut up. That's the other thing. Like seriously. Anyway.
Yep.
They hit the
so
go.
They hit go on it. They play the last post, but then you know there's like a minute of silence, and then the horn comes back.
The horn, the trumpet.
bugle comes
The
back.
bugles. Oh, sorry, it's a type of horn. I don't know.
technically is.
Instead of the track stopping and it being a minute, it just goes straight in. Like there's no break.
So we
He
had to stop
pauses
it.
it, and then the Australian anthem starts playing all of a sudden for a second.
pause it.
Pauses that. It's just
Trying
like
to get to silence.
Yeah.
Gets to silence. Goes to play. What's
the second bit.
the second bit of
Yeah.
That bit.
tries to what is that? The Reveille.
Sorry.
So he's trying to play that, but he played
The national anthem again.
No, the start of the last post.
again.
Skipped ahead to this.
And then he's gone the anthem. He's played the anthem out. We were out there for like 10 minutes.
And then somehow his phone comes on and 5 seconds of summer comes on or something like that, and he's just got the weirdest blood. Taylor Swift, Britney Spears just goes nuts.
I felt bad for him. He would have been up there going
man.
shit.
Oh, that's what was happening. So anyway,
That's a shambles. That's
we're all
really disappointing.
It got to the end and everyone was still still standing there, and
You broke line very early.
because I was over
Broke
it, mate.
ranks. Fair enough.
Not over it. Like show aspect, but it was a complete ballser.
Yep.
I said, right, done. Let's go, boys. Like, and I was off, gone in the square. First bounce. It didn't go well. You know, we didn't start well as a team. So we're down. We're down by almost 100 at halftime. Like it was 90.
It was a tough one, 97-13, I think it might have been.
Yep.
So it didn't start well.
He got an early touch.
Early touch.
Oh, right.
That was
Early kick.
nice, yeah.
Mate, can we talk about that?
Yes.
My first kick in 2 years, I've got it. This is my first touch.
Yep.
My first touch.
It was early in the quarter.
Oil in the quarter, top of the 50. I'd let out, knew no one was behind me, got this little thing, and there was probably options. There was probably a handball here, right? A little kick here. And I got it, and I'm thinking one thing. I'm going to kick a fucking goal with my first kick right here.
Yeah.
Literally get it, swing off. You know, like they say about one-step kicks?
Yeah.
This was a zero-step kick.
Okay.
I got it.
You're falling
and
backwards with
literally
the mark.
pivoted on my left, like
I
spun.
think I just picked it up, right? I don't think it was a mark.
No, handball.
Yeah.
Handball received, got it, pivoted, like plant the left and just go whack. It is going through the goals. Everyone stopped silent. People are cheering in the stands.
It would have hit the roof if you were playing at Marvel.
Straight through the middle of the goals. And it's sailing through. And people are cheering. I could hear it. It was a goal.
Well,
it bounced
well.
3 meters in front of the goals. 99 out of 100 of these balls go straight through the middle. This fucking thing,
Angus Monkfree style.
pitching wedge, bounced up in the air 15 metres backwards. It went backwards. I don't know how that's possible.
Oh, that hurts.
So that goes back. Then we have like 15 goals scored us in the first half.
And then it's struggling.
I hurt my back. I hurt my back in the first half, like badly. Like go to jump. I've seen the incident now. I go to land, instead of landing straight up and down and like bending with your knees, I'd fold like origami and my back is severely jarred and I'm sore and I'm thinking, well, that was good to go. I'm done and dusted. I thought I was finished.
Yeah.
Getting the work from the physios at halftime, popping like Panadols. I'm like, I've just got to get back out there and come out at the start of the third and I'm walking down to the cage again and this is actually what got me up and about and going into the game. I start copping it. Dan was down there.
Hey, Fossil! Fossil! They were going. Props to people like throwing shit out from the boundary. Like I love it.
Yeah.
It's good banter.
I loved it too.
But there's a point where you're just saying the same thing over and over again. Like get creative.
Fossil gets old.
Give me
literally.
something I can like get around.
You're saying this now. Was I not saying that on the field? I was saying, I was like, what have you got for me, boys?
Well, why don't we play the clip? Because I've got this clip.
My favourite clip ever.
Are we going to get audio of this as well?
Yeah, we should do.
So this is the start of the third quarter. I reckon this is the second time back to the cage. It's not the very first time. First time back, I just gave him a smile and a wave. Second time back, I lifted the abuse and I had a bit of a chat. And this is the third time back.
So this isn't. I will just say, like I came in like halfway through this as well. So it wasn't even the beginning.
There was
of the
a lot of
chat.
back and forth.
Okay.
Hang on. Go back.
Is that
got no
coming
audio.
through? All right. You just keep.
Okay, I'll keep talking about it.
Yep.
How can we get this audio through?
I'm gonna.
Okay, you'll figure it out?
Yep. Figure it out right now.
Hammer, you got to understand that, well, you would understand.
Yep.
I was out of this game. Like I did a few good, okay things in the.
Sure.
I absolutely pulverised someone in the second quarter.
Yeah.
Got some body. I had no issues with any of that. Like
You've gone hard into contests.
I think I was looking and feeling like I was feeling good. Like
of course.
I was getting hit out. So I had a couple of.
You had 5.
Yeah, I had a couple of the snaps trying to score goals type setup.
Yep.
So I was feeling good, and then I hurt my back, and I thought, like, genuinely, I will not.
Well,
get
you
back
broke
in.
your back. Isn't that
Correct.
the reason you stopped playing?
Yeah, I broke my back in a game. It was my last game. I broke my back.
Nick Robertson murdered you.
Yeah, correct. East Perth. Shout out.
Shout out, Robbo.
Do you want me to ask Hammer? Oh, are you good to go?
Just give me. I will just say.
Can you tell me about your? Can you tell
Yeah,
me about
you
your
talk about
game?
Hammer's game while I get this fixed.
Yeah, I can.
So, how many goals you kicked this year?
7, which is in 3 rounds, which is more than I kicked, I think, last year.
So you're not playing forward.
Well, I am, but like I'm playing midfield for the majority. I'm probably spending 75 to 80% midfield and then 25% forward.
Wow. Are you kicking goals from the midfield or forward or
Yeah,
both?
kicking goals from the midfield. I had I've got a weird thing, and it's just, I mean, it's probably because I'm not that fit, but I'm just starting games very well, but then not fading out. Like
Fulton Pally does that.
last week
He's
against
fit.
Subiaco, I had 12 touches and kicked 3 goals in the first quarter.
What?
Wow.
And this week I
we didn't
had-
have you on. I'm like, why did I not know about
Yeah.
it? You had what? 12
12
and
touches and
3.
3 goals in the first
Did
quarter.
you think
last
you were
week.
gonna kick
Yeah, I
9?
walked off. I walked in
And they have
quarter
48.
time, and like a couple of my mates looked at me and were just like, what is going on, what is happening. I was like, I don't know. The ball just keeps bouncing to me. It's awesome.
Wow.
And then we joked about it a little bit this week, and I kicked the first goal, and then someone else kicked another one, and then I'm playing in the midfield. They've got the ball. I'm running help side, which is where you sort of go down towards the post contest, kick down the line. I see the guy looking to switch inside, and I go to try and read it. He kicks it, and I'm like, that's going over that guy's head. So I float back a little bit, take this intercept, run, play on straight away, and kick a goal from 50. I'm like, awesome, I've kicked 2. Ball gets kicked in like 5 minutes later as I'm playing a forward. I'm led up. It's gone short. I've picked it up. No one to give a handball to. There's 2 blokes to try and break through. I'm thinking, I'm going to kick 3 here. Tried to break through a tackle. Should have been holding the ball. The umpire called high. So in the first quarter, I'm a chance to kick 3 again. And absolutely shanked the shit out of it. So I should have kicked 3 in the first quarter again.
Wow.
But yeah, I've gone 12 touches and 3 goals.
Someone, man.
And then I've gone 10 touches and 2 goals.
Get a tag on him.
Well, I just don't need to do it for the first quarter, and then I'd fade out to insignificance after that.
Let's get back to the biggest
But
moment
yeah,
of
who
the round.
cares about me?
Okay, so let's hope, unless something happens with this TV, all right, this should work now.
Oh, it's all back to you or not? Can I talk to you? Is that all right? You've got to do a little bit more, don't you? What else you got? Oh, come on, Scoey,
Here he goes.
Shocking banter from the crowd. You can't keep going, boys. I've just taken a mark. I've just taken a spin. You can't keep going about time, mate. I've just taken a massive mark.
It's the best clip ever.
Go on, mate. So you get beat 100. You'll need a couch after this run-up.
It's a great call.
I want to hear what they had to say after I fucking drilled this.
Hey, talk about on 6PR, mate. He's got it.
Hey, fuck.
You're a joke of a club, West Coast. On your fossil. Oh, hero, mate.
Let's go running back to the goal square. Fighting back.
Just a moment that I lived for.
Yeah, we will, mate. Look at the scoreboard, Fossil. Have a look at the scoreboard, mate. You need another 14 to catch up, mate. 14 to catch up, Fossil. Make sure you're on your radio station, Kelly. Yeah, 6PR. Tell Adam Papel here on 6PR, mate. What?
The score is 16-7 to like 3 goals.
Why they bring Adam Papalier into it? I don't know. Oh, I'll tell you what, like that was just genuine.
It's poetry, man.
If
Like
I-
you
That's the
can't-
best video.
You can't plan someone hurling abuse at you, going, is that all you got? Running out, taking a very good mark,
Yeah,
and
that
then
was good.
finishing off with a
grab.
goal. Like
the
it's-
only thing I can equate that to, I played footy with a guy called Durris Seckle, and it was
Good
an
name.
under-19 practice match. He had kicked 4 goals like halfway through the second quarter, and he'd just taken his mark. He was probably 45 out on a slight angle, gone back to the top of his run-up, and this bloke was hurling abuse at him. Not the guy on the mark. This bloke was probably 20 metres off to the side, and just hurling abuse at him, ripping into him. He starts his run-up, takes 2 steps into his run-up. This bloke's still going. As he's walking in, running up, turns his head, looks to the bloke and says, hang on, mate, just let me quickly kick my 5th and I'll come back to you. And then he just boots this thing, kicks it, and runs up and just gives it to him. Oh, that was right up there. The best thing I've ever seen until that.
That was-
so shout out to Durris.
The with your celebration there. So one of your teammates went at one of the East Freo boys and
Yeah, that was
started getting a
Dewa.
bit of scuffle.
That was Dewa.
And then
Respect.
it looked like in the heat of the moment you were just grabbing someone and you grabbed him,
Grabbed him, yeah,
for a
couple.
sec, and then you're like, oh hang
shit,
on,
you're
you're
my
my guy.
teammate.
Yes, correct. Like, I was rattled as much as like that was the moment. That's the only moment I needed.
Yeah, that is
I
the
didn't.
only moment.
If I had one touch and that was the only one, that was fine.
Brilliant. So
Yeah.
you finished that. I don't really care what you did for the rest of the game, to be perfectly honest.
Nah.
Hang on, there was one. I didn't catch it on video because my battery ran out, but West Coast got it. Scoey's on the boundary line, sells a bit of sells
the
sells a
hand
bit.
candy.
I'm seeing some link.
So
Seeing a
yeah,
link.
it's in the like if you want to watch your entire highlight reel. I mean, I could probably find that one. Give me a sec. I'll,
So you
I'll find
opened
that
up the
one.
candy
I'm
shop.
seeing a link. It's right at the start.
Oh, is it in the style of the yeah? Okay.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, okay.
Yeah, just put it in.
All right, this is from West Coast Twitter. They've got their highlight package.
They've got a Fox Footy talking about me making a comeback.
937 days since retiring. Will Schofield will pull the
So about
boots
as
back
complimentary as commentators have ever been about me on Fox Footy. Someone was like, "Oh yeah, he's actually looking quite fit."
Oh,
I mean,
here
what
he
have you
is.
seen?
Here he is,
Look at the
running.
man, the moment coming out. That was a great sign. We do appreciate that. That's me
That's
breaking
you.
lines
Yep,
too
no,
early.
bugger it. Let's go.
Right. This is me hurting my back. That's where I hurt my back, and that's me.
Oh,
stepping this
hello.
bloke. See you later.
Oh,
Thanks very
Shrugs him
much.
off.
Anyway, I hit someone inside 50 there. It was
And they
absolutely
kicked the goal.
unbelievable.
They kicked the
my
goal
God.
after you hit someone inside 50.
Anyway,
So,
they were my two moments.
They were your two moments.
That was all I did. so done and
we
dusted.
we are now over 24 hours after
And
the
we've
fact.
been talking about it for a long time. I
Yeah, I know
I
we
do
have.
appreciate it. I think it was worth
Where
it.
like where are you at right now on
Well,
a scale of 1 to 10?
I couldn't get out. My wife had to get me out of bed this morning. My back
Pull your
was-
arm so you
yeah.
could get out.
Yes, that's
So your back's cooked, your legs are cooked, everything.
legs fine.
Oh,
legs
wow,
feel
okay.
really good.
Shit.
Yeah. I did want to give the final
you wear a
update.
GPS?
I did, and I actually texted the boys today. So I got some updates as we've been chatting. So I have to read them up. So I've set the record. I've set a record on the GPS.
For the worst,
Slowest?
slowest ever.
It was the lowest distance per minute ever recorded on a GPS. 81 meters per minute.
That's not good.
I mean, 81 per.
That sounds like a lot.
No, it's not.
My best ever is 162.
Right, so double.
Double.
So 81's quite bad.
Yeah, playing the.
And I wanted to ask you boys whether you thought, what's the speed line, Hammer? Like if you had to give me an over-under line for how quick my maximum speed of the day, what would you set it at? Mind you, I was going at 81 metres per minute.
Yeah, that's fine. So maximum, you don't start registering high speed meters until you hit 24 kilometres and over.
Okay.
And there was a game, and I'm just going to give you my lowest ever game. I had a game where my top speed was 22.5 k's an hour. So that's your line.
22.5 is slow.
That's your line, 22.5.
I beat that line.
I was going to say 28.
That's really fast. That's quite
Yeah,
fast.
that's quick.
I played AFL games where sometimes I wouldn't break that.
Yeah.
Oh, right. So you didn't max out over
24 is
20, like 28 up to probably maximum I ever did was like 33, but
That's
that's like
getting pushed.
That's real quick. No, it's me because I was lightning quick athlete. But 28 to 30 was probably about normal. I did 25.7 k's an hour. It's good.
That's good
Yeah.
going.
It's
Yeah,
good.
that's good going.
Anyway, that's me and done and dusted.
Yeah.
Me playing WAFL, and you know what? I've told you for a long time. Like goal kicking, it's not that hard. Set shots,
Exactly.
they're not that
Easy.
hard. They're genuinely not that
Are
hard.
you playing again this week?
I'm trying to play. I need to be able to walk by Thursday, and then we should be fine.
Yeah, nice.
Anyway, a bit of a round of applause for Scully.
Yeah, well done,
Good
Scully.
effort.
Good. Well done.
Tell you what,
I was-
I wanted to help the club. I wanted to show my kids I could play footy still.
Yep.
And I wanted to get some content for BackChat, and I think I've done all three.
Oh, God, yeah. Shit, yeah, you have.
How many you been watching the Live tournament?
Yeah, mate. Does the
Okay.
brown bear shit in the woods?
We've
Yes,
got-
it does.
We've had our own BackChat guy live from the tournament.
Maxi.
I know.
Maxi's been there. It looks like something I want to start getting involved in. Not as a playing, as I can't play golf.
I'll tell you right now,
As a spectator.
As a spectator,
if Gather Round goes into Live Golf next year in Adelaide,
we're there.
BackChat will be there.
Yeah.
I'll see you there. You can take time off the waffle and off work,
sure.
and you're coming with us.
Okay.
Because it looked
Done. The water. Yeah, take us to the watering hole.
This is like
What's this guy's name?
Is it the party hole?
I can't remember what this bloke's
He's
name
like the
is.
brother of.
It's
He's hit a hole in
Chase
one.
Koepka, I think it is. Chase Koepka hits the hole in one here on. This is 12.
what is going on?
The
Is
watering hole.
and that's allowed.
Yeah, that's allowed. So they're copying this from the Waste Management Open, and it's basically they do it. I think it's the 16th hole at the Waste Management, where it's like this big amphitheater and it's the party hole. There's music going off all the time. Everyone's drinking beer, and
It's loose. They're like giving the ooh as they're going to hit a golf ball.
yeah. So
it's great.
The most wilder course has ever been is at the Waste Management when someone gets a hole in one. There's a famous video of Tiger Woods doing it.
Right.
And he steps up and it's like, Tiger's got 152 yards. Should be just a nice, comfortable no-note for him. They're going to go nuts when he hits this thing. Hits it. The crowd goes bananas and it just goes 1, 2, 3 and bounces in.
Wow.
And they just erupt. They're throwing beer bottles, like the same thing, plastic cups, and they're just throwing everything on the green. It's a greenskeeper's nightmare.
If you haven't seen it, have a look.
Awesome.
Like, I mean, Greenskeeper's Nightmare. Yeah, I've put it up on Twitter as well. People are going, oh, what about cleaning up? I mean, it looks bloody unreal and a great deal of fun. Yeah, someone's going to clean up over it. But, like, what do you think happens at the MCG when all the crowds leave? Like, people clean up. Like,
It's
what
someone's
happens.
job, exactly.
So,
but the
sorry.
But the thing I think about
Literally.
that is that's what Live Golf is literally like. That's a big part of it is the energy and the fun around it.
The only outrage is the Saudi Arabian money, right? The blood money.
Well,
effectively.
no, it's the guy killed the journalist and like.
Oh, yeah,
and it was
but-
just like you're facilitating this, but like seriously, the PGA is run by America, and if you think these CIA aren't just doming blokes left and right whenever they want, they got more blood on their hands than anyone in the world. So don't worry about that.
It looks unreal.
It looks fun. It's cool. I think that is exactly what it's about, and it's just there's music playing all the time, and it's just fun, and that's and there's shitloads of money in it. So
I spoke to Mark Allen, who former professional golfer, West Australian. He was speaking about the prize money. So usually, and I looked it up, and we looked up while we were chatting, and I think it's still real. The caddy gets 10% of the purse.
10% of the purse,
right? And so usually at a massive major event, they might get 600 grand or $1 million maybe, something like that, or maybe in Australian, I don't know. He was saying that maybe if you're lucky, your guy would win a $600,000 tournament and you'd get paid 60 grand as a caddy. And like, how bloody good. This was worth $6 million.
Yeah.
So the lad who was who won it? Chapman? No. The guy who won it.
Who did win it?
The guy who won
Taylor
it.
Gooch.
Taylor
Gooch won it.
Taylor Gooch. His caddy is from Perth, West Australian, Perth. He got 10%, 600 grand
payday.
Gee,
That
it's
usually, like if you're very lucky, you might get 60. He's hit one tournament, 600 grand.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming.
See, and like what it does is it's the PGA has now started to up their prize pool, prize pool, because you just have to. You can't compete with the amount of money. Like Cam Smith signed a $120 million deal to go over there.
$120 million.
Like there's been rumours going around that
outrageous.
Tiger Woods has been offered close to $1 billion.
How are these people refuse? I don't like. I'm all for
Tiger's already a billionaire, so I get that.
I'm all for morals and all that. Great, but like, you're offered $1 billion.
This is
well,
selfish.
if you haven't
you're not
watched the
taking
Full
it.
Swing documentary on Netflix, you should. It's
That's
excellent.
what I was going to ask you about, because there was the like very short snippet I saw of that was talking about how the caddy. There was a caddy that got the gig by writing him a letter. He's like, mate, I reckon I can.
Yeah, so Joel Damon's caddy was his best friend forever, and he wrote him this letter being like, mate, I think I'd be an excellent caddy and all the rest of it. And now they're going after it. He took his shirt off at the Waste Management. He was coming 46th or something and was just not going to make the cut, and so took his shirt off after his mate made a putt. But there's just so much more money in it now, and it's awesome. Like if you watch the documentary, it's like these guys who are going from PGA to Live, and they're good players. Like Dustin Johnson talks about it, and he goes, I'm getting paid way more money to work less, and I can spend more time with my kids. And it's like, if you ask any person in any job, do you want to get paid more and do the same job but for less? You just do
I
it.
just don't know how many people would be like, well, I have a moral objection to where this money's coming from, and I refuse to do this. Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I don't know. Look, I thought it was maybe a nice little sequel into Hammer Swings.
Hammer does swing.
Been enjoying some of the content.
Hammer's been swinging.
Yeah.
Well,
really bloody good.
I
So
mean,
we're putting that across ours. We've got something building in the background.
Yep.
Hammer Swings, man, some bloody
good
good
name.
content.
Yeah,
Really
it
bloody
is a
good.
great name and a tremendous introduction by you. I've been swinging not very well.
How's the new club?
Oh, beautiful.
I mean, you got it.
Oh, yeah,
This is-
we haven't
I've
talked
got
about
the new
that.
club.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
Fat
the
Chat.
club.
The winnings of the winning of Fat Chat was a brand new Stealth 2. I originally wanted the Stealth 2 Plus because it was the more expensive club, and that's just all I cared about.
And?
But I went and got a fitting, and I didn't like the feel of it. The Stealth 2 felt much better.
Really?
And at the end of the day, I actually care about playing good golf, so I wanted
So you
something
got the
that worked.
original, you didn't get
No. So I got the Stealth 2.
Right.
Still an upgrade on the Stealth, but the Stealth 2 Plus head's a little bit different, and it's a different club. But I have been smoking it. Like I hit that thing so far. It's awesome. It's the best thing I've ever
Like,
hit.
what do we talk? Like, okay, give me what are the used to hit and what do you now hit?
So I reckon my max hit before I could have nudged 300 metres. I'd roughly hit it. I reckon I would generally hit it about 260, 270. If I really got onto one and everything aligned, I'd hit 300. I've been hitting this thing like pretty comfortably 290, 280, and I nudged one the other day that went about 330. It
Oh
was
my gosh.
awesome. I reckon I'm getting pretty comfortably 20 to 30 metres extra off every hit. It's phenomenal.
I'm just playing with bad clubs the entire time. That's why I'm bad at
That's all
golf.
it is. For anyone who does play golf,
Go and
the
get
number
yourself a
one-
$10,000
the number one
club.
antidote to being shit is just get new clubs. Don't a tradie good tradie doesn't blame his tools. A great tradie goes and gets better ones.
Yeah, very
That's
good.
a great
I
saying.
also like the Stealth Bomber, by the way.
Oh, the Stealth Bomber. Yeah,
That's a very good. That's a very good nickname.
The Stealth Bomber. Anyway, that's me
Swings.
been swinging.
Very
Keep
good.
an
Swings.
eye out because I'll be swinging a lot more.
You're simply the best.
Now, this is very much brought to you by Swimply, but I've got to give a shout out.
What?
I've got to give a shout out to our wonderful members at the West Coast Eagles.
Yeah.
Hello, I know you're listening. It was a beautiful moment. I really appreciate the support and love that I've got this week in general. Like, if I had had this support as a player, it would have been bloody nice.
You've still been playing.
It would have been really nice. But there was a moment. Now, look, I want the guys that did it to know this is coming from the right place. This is a podcast. We need to laugh about things, right? So I'm not bagging you, but I think Hammer's going to laugh. I walked down. I walked down to the cage at the start of the second quarter, which was the West Coast Eagles cheer squad end.
Yep.
The other end, where you heard from before.
Okay, so you're getting some good positive.
This end,
encouragement.
second quarter, I get to my positive end. I come down. Don't really see anyone. I turn around and then I hear, Will. And I'm like clearly I can hear you. Like I'm 1 metre behind you and there's no crowd there other than these guys. Will, got something for you. Like, yeah, guys, what is it? Like this is like I'm on the field playing.
Mid-game.
I just hear hit the intro music again, please.
It's Swimply the best.
I'm telling you right now,
They play
at the start of the second quarter, out of an iPhone, I hear "You're Swimply the best."
Played our version.
I don't know because they started singing it. And
Did you just
I
start
was
laughing?
I was pissing myself laughing.
Who are you?
I just heard the.
Swimply the best.
That's what I heard. Walking out. What?
It's Swimply the
My
best.
opponent's
what was
answer
it
was like,
doing?
what is going on?
I actually heard the best part is like for me is that I heard them planning this, right? So I was at the ground early
Oh,
and
that
I was
is
down
so
that
funny.
end.
I should have brought a speaker
We're
down.
waiting for you and they said, we got this really big thing we're going to be doing, going to be playing Simply the Best. And I was like, I was confused. Like, are they going to play it over the speakers or something?
That is so.
Out of an iPhone.
Very good. Look,
That makes it way better.
It would like-
if it had been a speaker, it would have been okay. But like just a bloke holding his, he's going.
It was fitting.
Listen up.
It was fitting for the moment, and I want to reiterate, I do appreciate it.
Oh,
that
It's
is
just
so
good to
good.
laugh.
the waffle,
Well done.
the waffle fans are
they're good
fans.
legit.
They're real fans.
They're
real fans.
They're real
Absolutely.
fans.
They were
Not
sitting
these-
out in the blistering
Yeah.
sun for 2 hours.
Not these
just
fair weather
No.
fans rocking up at Optus Stadium, getting the nice comfy seats. Like
Yeah.
you're sitting down
No.
at Optus Stadium. I mean, at Lathlane Park, just absolute shithole. I mean, it's nice. I'm sorry.
they were there. They were there very early too. I was waiting to get in the ground.
that
They
is
opened
so
up the gate and they were there waiting.
Well done.
Legends.
Anyway, so
Absolute
Swimply
legend.
the best.
Swimply the best.
the best.
Swimply is brought to you by Swimply, which is basically Airbnb for pools. If you want to use a pool but you don't have one, you can go online, have a look at what pools
You
around
can.
you.
If you want to use Dan's pool,
Can
he's
we
on
use
there.
your pool yet?
I'd say, okay, so Beck said to me, she was like, look,
Great.
I know that,
Clamps.
you know, a lot of you talk a lot of shit on the podcast, content stuff.
Yeah.
We do.
But
That is
you're
what-
not really gonna like. I don't think my parents would appreciate that because we live in my wife's parents' house, mum and dad.
That's a long story. That's
Long
a
story. But she was like, I don't think we can do that, and I was like, oh no, definitely not going to do it. But I think I'm going to do it. Sorry, Beck.
I like it. Whispering sweet nothing.
So
we
bad.
won't do it.
I was like,
We
oh,
won't do
no.
it.
The
Next day, you got a
conversation-
barbecue with 80 people and 80 iPhones simultaneously playing your Swimply the best.
Those on tonight.
Swimply the best.
Oh,
Yes.
Right. So if you didn't get
Oh,
it clear,
boy.
Swimply is for pools. If you want a
Yep.
pool, you
Airbnb
jump
for
on,
pools. Come
Jump on there, download the app, and sort yourself out with some Swimply. So Swimply the best moments, Dan.
Yeah,
What have
that's
we
right.
got for this week?
So-
because we had to cut it a little bit short because it
Not
is
even
Monday
over
night.
yet.
Yeah. Basically, who won?
Melbourne,
as well?
Melbourne,
Melbourne
18
won.
points.
Melbourne won.
Yeah,
Okay,
got
so
the
we
Aussies.
Bobber.
to be honest, if there was an amazing moment in that Melbourne game and also tomorrow's Anzac Day clash,
apologise.
We apologise.
Disappointing.
They
Sorry,
don't
guys.
make it.
Bad luck.
Bad luck. That's it. All right,
shit.
let's go to first moment. This is in the Adelaide game. So Darcy Fogarty, very close game.
Are you going to show us
Foghorns.
these?
I am going to show you this.
The big
right?
foghorn.
So Fogarty,
He's a mountain of
Adelaide,
a
right?
man.
So Hawthorn, Adelaide, Tasmania. Don't know if you saw it, Hammer,
Yeah,
but it was
unpredictable, Tassie.
It was pretty. I don't know how or why Hawthorn
full
plays
screen
so
it
well
for you.
here, but we've got some footage here of the man, the moment. I mean, could you get a bigger Adonis of a man than this
He
kid right
is
here?
a specimen.
Fogarty with
Look
a
at the
minute
size of
24
him.
left.
Yeah,
From
that's a
the
big
impossible angle,
Yeah.
slots it.
Yeah, he's just jagged. Look at him.
And he's running around like a peacock, mate. Like his chest is out, he's slapping up. He's telling the boys, get back behind the ball, even though it's 666.
Yeah, that's incredible. That's a tough goal at the best of times.
Because Hawks were up like a fair chunk, right? It wasn't they?
Yeah, they kicked like 3
came
goals.
back.
I think Isaac Rankin kicked one before that,
right.
and then
That's correct. So Hawthorn had it in the bag. I thought they were tanking, by the way, but clearly not doing that. Moment number 2, Dan.
This is again
so
Hawks.
did Caro, by the way.
What was that? Sorry.
Caro thought they were tanking too.
Yeah,
that's right.
Hello, Cara.
Okay, so this is a big tackle.
Right. Tackle. We've got a tackle on moments of the round.
Yeah,
Both in the same game.
same game.
Okay.
Here we go.
Connor Nash.
Oh my God! I hadn't seen that yet. That is.
Is there a replay
Yeah,
coming?
it'll come back.
That's a Goldberg
And
spear.
that's.
Oh
I was
my
trying to remember
gosh.
who the
Goldberg,
wrestler
yeah.
was. Yeah.
Or Edge, the rated R superstar.
He has absolutely put it
Bang.
horizontal
Oh
and a
my
fair
gosh.
way to tackle. Is that Saligo?
That he's knocked the prune out of his hand. He's in a world of hurt.
And the umpire's telling him to move on the mark. He got
Yeah.
done holding the ball.
Bullets. Bang.
Oh my God.
It's probably on the ball, isn't it? Trying to take
he
him
couldn't
on.
get up. The umpire's trying to position him on the mark. Can you please move over?
Meanwhile,
Saligo's
Fui
breathe.
Moi Moi's run through him. Cop that.
What a player he was.
Yeah.
He used to just run in straight
Yeah,
lines,
I just saw
didn't he?
highlights of him today. Actually, somehow
Wow.
randomly popped up. Anyway, you know these. I don't know if you've seen them. They're just reels that are floating around. It just says, "Anyway, fuck it. Here's something highlights."
Well, he's
Anyway, I got one today.
Oh,
anyway,
yes.
fuck it. Here's Fui Moi highlights. It's just him running through blokes.
That's very good.
It was awesome.
Okay, number 3, I'm assuming, is the Fui Moi Moi highlight.
Swimply are the best.
It should be.
Okay, this has got to be.
And then this is moment 3 of the round. And look,
What
we
is
didn't necessarily stipulate that it has to be AFL
we did,
moments.
No, we don't stipulate a lot, actually.
So
we
here
just
we
do
go.
what we want.
That's right.
Exactly.
So we'll go back to this one.
What is it?
Will Schofield returns to the game.
Look, I don't know.
2,000 days since I don't
Yeah, it was 937 days since I last put an AFL jumper on, and it's continued on because I still haven't put an AFL jumper on. Played for West Coast WAFL.
Yeah.
I don't need to turn myself up. You can talk me up.
Yeah, I mean, look at it. It's a specimen of a man coming off a broken back, respecting the Anzacs to the point, putting his body on the line. Obviously,
See ya.
still got at the candy
See ya.
shop. That guy's a good little player that you just stepped there.
Yeah.
And then
Still
obviously
does the
happy
media.
enough to have a chat after the game. Brought the crowds in. That's all WAFL footy is. It's all about supporting the local footy, bringing crowds into the game, and geez, putting a smile on people's faces,
Drops them
and
up.
getting aggressive. Look at that.
Fighting
your own
Fighting your own
teammates, talking to the crowd, getting everyone involved.
The point. Oh, here's another angle of the mark.
Let's have another look, shall we?
Would you look at that? Oh, bang. Thank you very much. Going back and showing.
I reckon that's half a hanger. Is it not half a hanger?
Well,
Is it a side
yeah,
hanger?
that's half a hanger. And showing forwards how
Kicked it
easy
well
it is to
too.
kick goals. Look at
Kicked
you
that
go.
well.
Yeah.
Anyway,
And
thanks
again,
for coming.
go.
Little
You would
dealer.
be you would almost be the leading goal scorer for West Coast WAFL this year.
Oh, very good.
Come on now.
Very good. Anyway, that's number 3. Me making a comeback, is it?
Well done. I think
right.
that'll probably
Make your selections on socials.
I imagine there's
that'll
probably
win it in a landslide.
That's probably.
I would have thought.
We'll come up on socials tomorrow. BackChat _. We'll put up a poll and you can vote on it.
Hey, Dan, I know you host this show now, but I'd like to take over here. I think we're due for a bit of a break. Our partners from Fleet Network, of course, powering BackChat
Yeah,
for
they do.
2023.
Novated leasing.
I think it's time to hear a little bit more about them and our friends at Fleet Network. Question for you, boys. Looking to save thousands on your next car and bundle your running costs? Look no further than Fleet Network, if that's the case.
Yeah, definitely.
Where was the question?
Okay, great. Fleet Network are Australia's novated leasing specialists, helping thousands of individuals and businesses secure great deals on their vehicles each year. I reckon both of you tick both of those boxes.
I sure do. Yep.
Individuals, businesses, well, at least you know what it is. Through a Fleet Network novated lease, Australians can use their pre-tax dollars to pay for a new or used car and all its associated running costs.
Oh shit, yeah.
Do you know what running costs are, Dan? I'm going to give them to you, right? That means you pay no GST on essentials such as fuel included, insurance included, registration included, servicing included, even new tyres.
I hate paying for all of those things.
You know what? I know you hate those things. Do you know what you like? More money in your back pocket.
Absolutely.
That's what Fleet Network does for you. What's more, they'll source your choice of car from their nationwide supply network and negotiate exclusive discounts. Have an old car you want to trade in? I know you do, Hammer. I saw what
I've
you're
got an old
driving in.
car, but I don't want to trade it in. But
Okay,
continue. Let me see what they're offering.
Okay, Fleet Network can handle that too. Simply drive your old vehicle in, drive away with a dream car. They'll sell your old car for you. and maximise the trade value. You can't tell me you don't want that.
Yeah, well, the Beatsy's priceless.
Okay, thank you very much. As novated leasing and salary packaging experts for more than 25 years, Fleet Network will make your move to novated leasing simple and stress-free. Getting started is easy, Hammer. Don't worry about it. Contact Fleet Network today or visit their website, www.fleetnetwork.com.au, and feel the freedom of novated leasing.
I had a very good tipping week this week.
Did you?
Did you really?
I
Get
was,
up and about.
I was
Did you-
5 from 5, and I thought next two are easy.
Yeah.
Didn't pick the right ones.
Who were they? St Kilda? St Kilda Carlton? Did you get that wrong?
Yeah,
You picked Carlton.
I tipped Carlton
tipped
as well.
Carlton.
You didn't pick North Melbourne to beat Gold Coast.
I
You did, didn't you? I bet you did.
I did. I tipped North Melbourne to beat Gold Coast.
Nah, not for mine. Not for mine.
Heritage Bank say, look, it was one of those gut picks.
I just thought
stop
Sometimes
doing
you
that.
get them, and I'm that far behind in the moment at tipping that I have to throw some gut picks out.
Did you go Gold Coast?
Yeah. So what's the strategy there? So in terms of like you get behind and you have to make some
have to.
runs, but also you just if you're making runs and you're not getting them right, you're getting further behind.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, shouldn't you just play the
It's
odds?
an oxymoron. You're right, but at the same time, the good thing about our tipping comp is that you don't even need to be in the mix. You just have to win the week.
Yeah, that
which
is
always
correct.
Nice.
That's true.
The Canfield $250 voucher
we're
will be,
not-
we'll be going
we're
out to
given-
the winners.
we're given prizes.
We clearly can't do that right now because there's still a game to go. So I just thought we could speak about the week of footy that's just
for
gone.
sure.
Right?
Freo.
Shithouse. Right? I picked
that
them.
was not even scripted.
That was amazing.
Wow.
Genuine. I said I wouldn't pick them again. They won last week. I saw them win. They were shit.
Yeah.
They played the Gold Coast.
Yeah.
They weren't good.
They're lucky to get that win.
I picked them again, and they lose by 49 points to the Bulldogs at home.
Yeah,
They're done.
It was gutless.
Apparently, Hammer's going to be on the front and back page of the middle of the paper tomorrow.
Yeah.
Apparently Hammer's
Calling
all over
gutless?
it.
Nah, I've got I got an article coming out tomorrow about my little brother.
You going him?
Nah, I'm backing him in to
You-
the hills.
Oh, good. We like that.
I'm doubling down on him. Family always, La Familia.
We love
in the words
that a
of Dom
lot.
Toretto, I've got family or something along those lines.
The
I haven't seen
fun-
the movies in a while.
La
But
The fun
Familia.
thing,
Yeah.
the fun thing in
Corona.
media,
nothing's as strong as family. That's
when
it.
the easiest thing to do is to pot your brother. I'll just call him Brayshaw because
Yeah.
everyone else, the easiest thing is, MVP last year, he's not having, the same season
Yeah.
as he was last year. Easiest thing to do is, he's no good. But the best thing to do is to double down on things because
Puts all the
you're
pressure on him. Puts all the pressure in the world on him.
Be like, people can't come at you because you're just being positive and
Ah.
you're just backing things in. I just love it. It's very good. Anyway, Freo shit. We've just established that. West Coast Port. I'm not overly disappointed in West Coast efforts.
No, I thought I thought
I didn't
again.
pick. I didn't pick him.
Question for West Coast or for you guys about West Coast is Bailey Williams like our legit ruck now? Like he's
getting good.
He is.
He
He's
had a
getting
very good game on the
and I
weekend.
think
That was his best game ever.
Yes.
Easily.
I agree.
if he keeps playing like that, are you like, well, we've got the next guy?
I will say in the ruck, like I played a little bit in the waffle. Not just,
Are you winning hitouts? on
I
the weekend?
was, but I had 5 hitouts on the weekend. Forgot to mention that, by the way. That's
That's
an effort.
huge.
It's playing solo ruck. It's hard.
God, yeah.
And if you've never done it before, like he did it round 1, people criticising. He did it round 2. He didn't get much better, but you need some games to go. So it's sort of left him where it is. But
It's also the same. Like it's
he's
also
looking good. He's looking good.
Yeah, he played well, but like no matter what, everyone's comparing him to Nick, and it's just
Yeah.
like give the kid cut the kid some slack.
He's still young, right?
He's 22.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
real young.
And Ruckman, isn't
No,
that always
they
the thing?
got-
Ruckman,
yeah, absolutely.
need time.
I like him. I like Jake Waterman's form at the moment as well. I tell you
Oh,
what,
mate.
Snaky. He's looking.
He's your best player. Or Jermaine Jones has been playing pretty well, but
too. Tim Kelly, very
Tim
good
Kelly,
too.
awesome.
They're your top
boy.
3 in the best and fairest at the moment.
Jinby.
And then
Oscar
the
Allen.
boy.
Oscar Allen. Yeah.
Oscar Allen's coming third in the Coleman.
I saw Jinby for the first time in the flesh on
Did
the
you speak to
weekend.
him?
No, I was so nervous.
Really?
I don't get
He's
nervous.
at
when I-
speaking of Darcy Fogarty's at Adonis, have you seen the boy?
Mate.
Get you a photo.
Mate.
Well, keep talking.
Mate, so I'm in the rooms getting my full body massage and taped up. Who walks in?
The boy.
The boy. He's coming, mate, genuinely. Some of the other, so they had AFL medical clinic in there at the same time.
Right.
They all come and they checked off with the doctors and get physio treatment and stuff. A few of the other AFL boys, and I'm putting a bit of mail on this, just walk past, hello, g'day boys, like walk through.
Oh,
That's
Jesus,
the
can you
boy.
show that to a camera somewhere?
That's
or
the
not?
boy.
No,
Well,
no,
he's
no.
got
Nah,
zip
yeah,
tied
yeah,
to Luke Shuey with a stubby in his hand. So
Well, there you
probably
just described
can't
it.
do that.
So,
Anyway.
that was like
boys,
3 months ago.
Boys,
Yeah,
hello,
ages
hello. What you doing? Good to see you. Ruben Jinby, this is no joke, is walking through, giving everyone handshakes.
I love him.
Just like, g'day, mate. G'day, come on to me. G'day, Will. Nice to see you, mate. Like,
Mate,
Seriously.
he was at quarter time. You know how you can go out in the Oval at the WAFL games?
Yeah.
He was out there listening in, getting
Well,
around.
he came to the East Perth Colts game. He's a king.
Oh,
the
he's
best
a king.
guy ever.
I can confirm that he told me that he's going to let the mullet grow a little bit as well, which
Great.
I'm
Love
excited
it.
about.
Exclusive.
Brisbane GWS. Not a great deal of care in this game. I think
couldn't care
GWS. Yeah, okay, great. Sydney Geelong. That was a blood bathing.
Geelong
goodness me.
favourites now.
My wife could pick Sydney.
Yeah, the Cats are back.
Geelong premiership
No,
favourites
no,
all of a
they're not
sudden.
back.
They're not
Hey,
back?
Sydney are pretty good.
Callum Mills was playing on Tom Hawkins at full back, mate.
Yeah,
they had
I
the
heard
lizard playing in front of him. They had two blokes playing on Hawkins, and one of them was the lizard, mate.
I still think they're back.
The lizard.
I think he's back.
I don't think Geelong are back, but they're very good. And
They're
they win
back.
by 100. Hawthorn Adelaide, we covered that a little bit.
Yep.
St Kilda Carlton, match of the round so far. Close game. Ross Lyon, Ross the boss.
Are St Kilda the real deal as a team?
I don't think you can argue it
the
anymore.
point.
They're on the top of the ladder. It doesn't matter what happens for tomorrow in Anzac Day. They're still on top of the ladder.
Do you think
they're
they
playing-
get the Collingwood treatment though? You know, last year everyone's like, yeah, they're winning games, but we still don't back them.
Well, Collingwood were winning games that were just like out of nowhere. They'd run on and win
Yeah,
by a
true.
couple. St Kilda were
Comebacks.
just like
Yep.
comfortable. They're just grinding out and winning games.
Have a listen to some of these stats in this game.
Okay.
446 disposals to 360. They almost beat them by 100 disposals. That's Carlton in front of St Kilda. So more kicks, more handballs, more. So Carlton's lost the game.
But they've had 100 more touches.
100 more touches. So 20
Jump
more
time.
contested possessions.
Oh, wow.
40 more marks.
What the hell?
The same inside 50s. Yet St Kilda,
What's inside 50 efficiency?
not that much different.
Dan, the analyst.
22 shots from 56 entries for St Kilda. 20
How
shots
many
from
times
52
were
entries.
disposals kicked on the left foot on the boundary that managed to find a target?
Because the reason why I
Ever
asked,
the analyst, Billy Bean,
because
Moneyball.
Gold Coast v Port Adelaide, all the stats were the same, except there was a crazy difference in inside.
I didn't watch this
efficiency.
game. I don't know how St Kilda have won it. Did anyone see it? Charlie, did you watch it? No.
No.
You're just going to give it this big. I don't know.
Charlie, did you watch it?
Oh, yeah.
Charlie, let me tell you.
Thought about lying for a minute. Actually, no, I didn't. I didn't. I
The
just
most
didn't watch
irrelevant game of the weekend goes to North Melbourne v Gold Coast.
Yeah.
Genuinely, who cares? And you picked North Melbourne, which is hilarious. And then Melbourne win tonight in a
Get
big
the
game
chockies.
at the
Pick them.
MCG. I just thought it's a nice opportunity to talk
Yeah,
about
yeah,
footy a bit
yeah.
more on this
How good's
podcast.
Talking footy.
I have. That was a show. That was good. I think I've got 6 out of 8 at the moment.
Yeah, I'm the same.
I couldn't tell you with any certainty.
You're having a howler.
Yep. I've got about 8 tipping comps and I forget 4 of them every week.
Yeah, very good. Now, BlueBet's going to be coming into a little bit.
Very interesting with BlueBet at the moment because you both played on the weekend.
Yes.
So we
We
thought we
did.
can't go AFL because
No.
there could be some rules. I don't know.
I'm not quite sure where
if
that
it's
sits at the
grey,
moment.
let's just stay clear of it.
Yeah.
But what is on and what we know a lot about,
Oh, yeah, we do.
live golf.
Oh, yeah.
Now recently we've added another member to the pod.
There's people coming out.
There's
of
people.
rafters
There's
in
people
this
coming
fight.
over.
This-
Maxi, right? Big shout to Maxi for a
Shout
second.
out
We'll talk. We're doing the chat. What are you into?
You might have seen him on BackChat at Fisher concert, which was that back in the live thing.
That's right.
Looked pretty good.
We said, what are you into? But you like, of course, like my footy, cricket, and stuff.
Loves
But
his
oh
footy.
boy, I'm a golf. Loves my golf, and we thought,
How much do you love your golf? He said, I'm even though I'm here for one day, I'm going to Adelaide for like a week to
Adelaide
watch
tomorrow.
the live golf.
You didn't want to go to Adelaide for gather round? No, I'm going next weekend for live. So it helped us put together. Well, Hammer, you put the bet together.
I did.
But it pointed us in the direction that we should do
How
something
did it
for live
go?
golf.
Did we win?
How
I
did it
haven't
go?
checked.
Well, we had Cam Smith to finish top 10. We had Mito Pereira to finish top 10. And then we had Brooks Koepka to finish top 10, which should have been signed, sealed, and delivered. Cam Smith back on home turf, gun. Pereira, gun.
Third, they finished third.
Yeah, they finished tied third.
Cam Smith and the other
Cam
guy.
Smith, Pereira.
And the
So,
other guy, yeah.
So
Love it.
Brooks Koepka, he recently is coming off the Masters, had a really disappointing last round.
He was leading.
He was leading after
he
54
choked.
holes, and then he choked. Essentially, let's
call
call
it.
a spade a spade. He choked on a massive
choker.
bag of dicks, and just unfortunately he couldn't get it done.
And Dan's just swallowed one right now.
Anyway, so choked on a massive bag of dicks, couldn't quite get it done, and a lot of the talk was you've gone to live, and live's only 54 holes. They only do 54 holes. It's 3 rounds, whereas the PGA Tour is 4 rounds. So all the talk was you can only play 54, and Live Golf actually accidentally tweeted something saying congratulations to the Masters winner after 54 holes.
Really?
So they tweeted the winner. I think it might have been like a play on thing, but they
Rattled
took it
him.
down. Anyway, he lost. And then
Coming into
coming into Live Golf,
last
you're thinking,
round,
you've only got 54 holes. That's
He's-
your limit.
he's sitting in
He's coming in
third place.
after 36
two.
holes, And
once again, I went to Maya online and started buying things for.
What are we going to do?
We won that much money from BlueBet.
Yeah, I'll tell you what.
Thank you
Brooks
so much.
Koepka did that as well. He went online to Maya and found a 2-for-1 deal on bags of dicks because he choked on them again. And the poor fella finished tied 11th.
He missed it. He missed top 10
it by one,
AKA our bet down the Googler.
Yep, down the Googler. So,
excuse me.
unfortunate, Brooksy.
Sorry, mate.
Well, I hope you're doing well though, Brooks. You've had a fair mouthful over the last couple.
Oh yeah,
good.
Hasn't he? What?
The Masters, is that PGA?
Yeah, that's major.
So
major golf PGA.
I thought you weren't allowed to play at both.
You've been given exemptions.
I don't know.
The exemptions have come to play major tournaments.
PGA are basically figuring out like we can't have
fuck this.
Yeah.
So what happened is like
Yeah.
they went a real firm stance early. It was like, fuck you guys, you make the jump, you can't come back. And then like Dustin Johnson started going, Koepka started going, Cam Smith, Phil Mickelson, all these big names started going. And it was like, oh well, I mean, okay, come back for the majors. And now it's
Now it'll be
in 5 years' time. It'll just be blurred lines. Do whatever you want.
Could Cam Smith be the greatest Australian golfer ever? Is he in that areas? I don't know.
Greg Norman is
Yes, of
currently
course.
the greatest. Yeah, but I think he can be.
Yeah,
I
not
definitely think he can be. He's got the
Of course, yeah,
He's
yeah.
got the talent. I mean, Adam Scott's won the Masters. I think if he can,
Yeah, it's done that.
he's won now. He's won the Open and he's won. He won the Players. He won the PGA. Did he win the PGA Champs?
I don't
think so.
know.
Anyway,
I
he's
don't
won
know
he's won majors. I think he's won our major. If he can win a couple more, he certainly puts himself in the
yeah,
conversation.
great. All right. Tomorrow on the podcast, we're having Adam Treloar. Yeah. And man, I didn't really know what to think of Adam Treloar leading into this. Obviously, he played at Collingwood during the grand final against West Coast, and
Started at GWS.
Started GWS. I didn't really know much about him. I just thought, he's probably not a good guy. My goodness, he's a legend.
I think a lot of people
love Adam Treloar.
I think a lot of people would, on face value, say Adam Treloar. He's a high ball winner. He gets he runs around the midfield and gets a lot of touches. And I think some people would think, I don't know, that relates to his personality somehow. He's a good bloke.
He's a legend.
like it.
One of the better chats we've had.
Absolutely.
It had everything. He plays for an inaugural club in GWS. Spoke about that whole setup, which when we spoke to Charlie Dixon at Gold Coast, that was interesting.
That was
GWS is even better. He moves to Collingwood. He's been involved in 2 trades, one sort of by choice and one forced to the Western Bulldogs from Collingwood, playing the losing grand final against West Coast. There's some very good, like, insightful moments in that grand final that I shared with him for the first time. It was one of the better chats. I reckon right up there in top 5 chats we've had on BackChat.
Was he a salary dump from Collingwood?
He was. That was
Yeah.
that. So him and Stevenson and Atu, Bossawangi.
Yeah, wow.
Sorry, absolutely not how you pronounce his name.
Could be.
Atu's his first name.
I read something like in the prep for it that Buckley said to him, mate, the boys don't want you here. Like, there was a lot of that talk
Probably
around
should have
it.
asked that. We didn't ask that, did we?
But he said, like, let's not talk about Buckley, which is fair. That's a fair thing.
So that means probably did say that.
Anyway, tune into
Nice.
BackChat.
Nice. Good
You're
guy.
already here. Listen to Adam Treloar. It's a bloody good episode.
You said it, we read it.
If it's good.
Leadable cameras.
Yeah.
How are they
Mate,
going?
they're opening. They're about to open a burger bar there.
Like, genuinely, leadable cameras is could be the place to be, if it's not already.
Yeah, I mean, as far as establishments go, it's right up there.
Are we allowed to announce what's happening?
Hey, I don't know
Dan
what you're
is
talking about. but I
fighting
think it's a
Lydio
yes.
officially. It's official.
No, that's going to happen eventually.
Yeah, it will.
What? Yeah, announce it. I
I
don't care.
think-
Greco-Roman wrestling.
There's going to be a BackChat burger there.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, let's announce it. Don't know if we're allowed to, but
We've just done it.
I hope so.
We've just
Well,
done
look,
it.
I mean, look, I assume that people will be sitting around waiting for that, but I don't feel like that's the biggest news that we could ever break on this podcast.
It's pretty awesome.
There's going to be a BackChat burger at the burger bar.
If
At Leadable
it
Cameras.
is a fish-orientated burger, it's going to be called the Dan Burger. I'm not having anything to do with the BackChat.
The Const.
the Dirk. Denim.
The denim.
Jeepers.
Lidl cameras. What do we do with them? You
Mate, they
send it.
supply us all of our good gear that we use.
They do. All of the
Yeah,
good
or
gear.
sell.
We're talking about gear.
Cameras,
bags.
cameras, lights.
Got
They
it.
do
Bags
get these
dicks.
nice bags that you can get when you shop there at Leadville Cameras.
Yeah.
They're like little canvas bags.
Not what they're known for.
No, not at all.
No.
And I've got about 6
Not
of them from
not one of their
from
highest
those
selling
things.
products.
Yeah.
But they give us
Granted.
cameras, mics, lighting stuff, binoculars,
got it.
drones,
You got it.
everything.
You want it?
good.
They got
That's
it.
probably they're big ticket items.
Now-
as opposed to the bag.
That's
It's
free.
a good bag, though.
That's
It's a
free.
great bag.
Yeah.
The free bag if you purchase over something.
Now,
anyway.
has anyone sent us an email?
I'm
this
going
week?
rogue with this because we were meant to talk about this earlier, but we sort of ran out of time. I'm going to throw it in here. Hello at BackChatPodcast.com. You send an email, and if it's good, we'll read it out. This wasn't even sent as an email, though. It was a message.
I love it.
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter how you send it. Do it.
This is about selecting boots.
Sure.
AFL.
Luke Chewy.
No, you always want to select boots. All right, this says, hey, champ, Hammer, and Scoey.
Hey, a little
Champ,
bit.
yeah,
Revel in that for a bit. Long time listener here, love the podcast. Would love to know. So, hey, champ, Hammer, and Scoey. Would love to know about how footy players go about selecting their footy boots. Do clubs have some room full of boots, which I imagine would be like when you go bowling in the first stack of
Is that
Size
in the deal or
12s?
you're just throwing that in?
Teddy Roberts in the back, size 13.
Do club-
Come on.
do clubs
They never
have some?
fit. They never fit at the bowls.
I like the Velcro ones.
Yeah.
Not tying up laces.
You also,
really
wear rash,
uncomfortable.
you also wear rash vests. So that's probably fair.
So, do clubs have some room full of boots the players pick from, or is it simple as the players go out and buy their own from a shop? It's a good question.
I think it
Great
is a
question.
question.
Again, peeling back the curtain, it's not the big room of boots. There is a room in the back that has sort of like a couple of old boots in it, but basically what happens...
Their ones a lot being found on the ground.
Yeah, they've been found on the ground or been left in lockers after the season. But no, typically, guys, clubs will have a shoe sponsor, as in the whole footy club. So West Coast is ASICS. It was Puma for a long time. Some clubs have got Nike. And then individual players can have individual shoe sponsors. So the club is with ASICS, but Tim Kelly's got a Nike deal. So
For a long time, West Coast was Puma, and Nick Nannanui got to the club, not wearing Puma. I'm wearing Nikes. And for a period of time, they would paint over the Nike boots either all black, so you couldn't see the tick, or like I saw a pair of boots, there was like a stitched on Puma, and they were Nikes, and there was a genuine Puma on it. So you can do your own individual deals. But even the individual deals, like there's some players at the club that have like a whole tray full of boots. Like I only ever used to have 2 boots. Like I'd train in one and I'd play in the other. And that would last.
Why would you do that? Why would you train in one?
If you do both, they just wear out quicker.
Right.
So my training ones I could just wear all the time. I would be able to train pretty much the whole year in one pair of boots and play in one pair of boots. I wouldn't go through many more than 2 pairs of boots. Where some blokes are like every 3 games, every 2 games, they're
there's a
swapping
new
over.
one. Yeah, I just would wear the one pair of boots for every single game and every training session.
I think that signifies what Hamish and I were both on during our playing careers.
So you get the So I was
But
lucky.
you also wouldn't want to crack in a new set every
No,
night.
halfway through you wouldn't. So I was lucky that my brothers were good because they got given. Angus paved the way for us. He got a manager, and then he got a Nike deal, and was off on that trajectory. Andrew was going pick 2 in the draft, same manager, got the Nike deal, was all good. I was lumped in the same manager, and he was like, "Well, I mean, it's a 2 for 3 here, so there you go." Anyway, I got a Nike deal as well with my.
So you had the family card. You just the Brayshaw card.
The difference was like Andrew and Angus. It's like that you see their contract, and it's like you get 6 pairs of boots a year, 6 pairs of runners for free. You get $5,000 to spend
Apparel,
on. Here's your account. Mine is 2 pairs of boots, 2 pairs of runners. Thanks. Thanks. So anyway, literally, it was perfect. I'd get my 2 pairs of boots, 2 pairs of runners. I'm still and the good thing is Angus is also a size 13, so now I still just get his boots that he doesn't want to wear because he gets 6 pairs. But yeah, I would be just lumped in under there.
You look after and maintain your own boots at West Coast. I don't know what it's like at other clubs, but there's no boot stutter. And there used to be at other clubs, but you just look after your own stuff.
Like a boot cleaner as well.
Yeah, no, it
Isn't that a
doesn't
thing?
Doesn't happen.
Doesn't exist.
Not anymore. Not at West Coast anyway.
No.
Yeah, right.
The grounds aren't muddy enough, to be really honest.
Nah. Yeah, just
They don't really get that dirty.
No.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. That's good. Good
question.
Great question.
Very good question.
If you want to skip out on any others there, I think we've probably gone for quite a long podcast here, but I think it's been worth it.
No, I want to
been
go. I
worth
want to
it.
hear some fines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I don't want you to skip fines.
it's
I'm
my
just-
favourite.
Oh no. There's some other emails there, and look, there's one very good one I'm going to read out next week, but I want to hear some fines. BackChatPodcast.com.au /fines is the best way to submit them.
Been a lot
The
this
only
week.
way to submit them, isn't it?
I guess you could write us an email if you did want to do that.
but we
That's a
won't be reading
horrible
it.
way. We won't be
yeah.
reading that out. You go on there, you tap a button, record it. It's that
Easy.
good.
There's been a
As-
lot.
Yeah.
There's been so many.
There's been
I
a
mean,
lot.
we're
It's
going
been
to.
so easy. That's why.
I will say this: we're having to cull them because there's so many. So
So
you
keep
got
saying
to
good.
up your game.
Make 'em
Some things we need: your name.
Yes,
be
we need
creative, good quality audio, and make it don't keep us there for 4 minutes.
Humour's good.
Short, sharp, to the
Good
point.
stories are good.
Yep, very good. All right, let's go to the first one.
G'day, boys, and Daniel. Daniel Kerr's cousin here, Wayne. Just sending in a 10-cent fine for every occasion where Scully has explained that it's social media, not social media, social media. I'd estimate this is around 100 times, so $10 a few there, Scully.
Yeah, fair enough. Cop that.
I did that today with Chris Lynn.
Sure.
Interviewing him. And I look up it's part of the podcast, just like Dan has to tell him all about his fucking.
And what happens both times when we do
16.
both of those things? The person on the other one's like, yeah, okay.
Oh, yeah, cool.
I get it.
Okay. It's social media. Yeah,
That's why it's funny. But thank you. We do appreciate the $10 donation
Wayne.
tally. Thank you, Wayne.
that's right.
Thank you. Very good.
I just wanted to find my coach, Razor Ray. Let's find him $3. It's pretty bad. So we're down a few backmen on the weekend, and he goes, right, I'll just play full back. And everyone's like, oh no, don't do that. Anyway, puts the number 20 on, and he's there, full back. Plays the game. I thought he did all right, but I'm looking at the stats afterwards, and I'm talking to him afterwards, and he's had 6 kicked on him. 6. 4 of them being free kicks. And he's tried to take 2 hangers that were about 10 metres above his head. So, yeah, Razor A, $3 for you, mate.
Yes, Razor.
Cop that, Razor.
That's
Cop that,
real
Razor, yep.
coach behaviour in the back line. You know
Captain
what?
coach, throw himself in there.
Get on my shoulders, boys. I'll carry you to the finish line. And he's fucked it up.
Yeah, brilliant. I like it.
No good, Razor.
G'day, legends. And Dan.
Good pause,
It's your mate,
Joseph.
Howie Feltersnatch, back again this week. Look, I sent in a fine last week. This one was aimed at Hammer, bloody kicking goals in the WAFL, thinking he's a hero. This week, Scully, this one's at you, mate.
Oh, no.
First of all, it's a WAFL game. It's a team sport.
Yep.
You made that whole week about yourself, mate. Look at me. I'm coming back. I'm a premiership hero. I'm coming back.
Absolutely.
Look, it's not about you. It's a team sport, boys.
Disagree.
Also, went out there. I'm a backman. Kicked a goal, mate. Not good enough. $6 fine for you for every point you kicked that week.
Yes.
But I'll knock $1 off because you did go the biff straight after. So $5 fine for you, mate. Love your work, boys.
Well done.
Who's that from
Against
again?
your own-
How I felt
against
to
your
snatch.
own team as well.
Look, that's a
How
great
you felt
fine.
to snatch
That's
it.
very good. I do apologise for playing forward. I did say I'd like to play back, but they didn't need me. They need me in the forward line.
Dino, my dad was screaming for you to get in the back line. He went to the game.
They come. Dino.
Yeah, he went to the game and
he's a
he
good man, Dino.
looked. I went over at quarter
yeah.
time. He goes, or half time. He goes, why is Schofield not back in the back line? He should be out there punching the ball. They're scoring too many goals.
I'll tell
I've
you
got to
what,
be
Dino.
honest with you. I think there's probably under a bit too much heat for you down there. 81 metres a minute isn't
Look,
cutting the mustard.
West Coast lost by 112, whatever it was.
Yeah.
Would have been 200 with Scully in the back line very easily. Let's go.
Also, another fine. I'm just on the website after I've made the last recording.
Is this still
And I've gone on merch just to have a look, and it's locked. And I was like, oh, the password can't be BackChat, can it?
Yes.
Type in BackChat. Bang. Kings of the big game. Like, everything's here. Flag mantle. I thought we weren't allowed to buy these, but I'll buy 10 of them. Cheers.
Oh,
Bloody hell.
stop hack. Okay,
Yeah,
We
hackers.
spoke
Once and
about
for
this.
all.
Right.
stop hacking the website.
No more hacking.
BackChatPodcast.com.au/merch. It has a password on it, so
Do
you
not.
can't buy stuff.
Yeah.
You're
Don't
not allowed
do
to
it.
put BackChat in and buy all of the merch.
Stop hacking it.
Yeah,
Please
if we
stop.
could have no hackers, that would be great.
Also on Twitter, someone bought one, and I wrote back to them. They said, "Hey, BackChat, bought Kings of the Big Game," and I said,
Good photo.
and I wrote back a tweet,
photo.
and I said,
Please don't.
"Excuse me, do not hack our website again. I'm not going to tell you again."
Yeah, good.
And she was really
She was
apologetic.
that's good.
She did not get it. Did not get
She
it.
didn't get it?
No,
Yeah.
I felt really bad afterwards. I felt really bad.
Dan texted yesterday. He goes, "Someone thinks that I actually don't want people to hack the website, but obviously, please don't hack the website.
No, please don't.
And the
Seriously.
password's
Yeah,
not
don't do
BackChat.
that.
Seriously, don't. type
Password's not
BackChat.
BackChat. Don't do that.
Please don't hack it.
You can try and be sure, but it's not.
Phil McCracken here, boys. How are we, legends?
Good, Phil.
And Will, that's right. Will, the fine goes to you
Whiplash.
and bloody Skeeter for saying Fremantle are going to win and convincing me of changing my pick from Bulldogs to win by 38 to Fremantle by 21.
It's a big swing.
Would have had the perfect round by now.
50
Apart from 2 more
points.
grounds to go. So $1 each for you and your mate Skeeter.
I tell you what.
Look, I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed.
Oh, thank you, Phil.
Phil
I like the
McCracken.
I like the change up.
Yeah, that's
Lots of
huge.
the lads
Legend
and
and
Will.
Will.
My neck from that whiplash.
I'll tell you
Yeah,
what.
I like it.
It
That's-
is a big
yeah.
turnaround. We must have been very convinced. I don't even know what he said.
I like rolling with things on the fly here, and I like that rule. If you're going to find Scully or myself, mix the little intro up.
I think
I
that's
did like that. Legends
bonus
and
points.
Scully.
Bonus points for the change up.
Yeah, I like the change up there.
All right.
G'day, lads and Dan. Just Dick Ramos here. Just wanted to fine Scott Pendlebury $2 for only mentioning that a 2018 premiership player was playing for WAFL this week. No mention of Scotty's name. Just a player. Pretty poor from him. Thanks, boys.
You're like Voldemort to Collingwood.
Yeah, exactly. They don't
want to
use your
name you.
So Collingwood-
He who must
so
not be
what-
So
named.
Pendlebury, obviously, is in the chatter. He said a 2018 premiership player is playing in the WAFL. I don't know why Scott Pendlebury. Why was Scott Pendlebury talking about that?
You can't say a 2018 Collingwood player. Premiership
That's
player.
true.
No? See,
But
Scott?
it hurts too much to say your name.
I wonder how long you have to play for
context
before you get
that
another
came up
premiership.
in for Scott in general.
Should have played
conversation.
basketball.
So he was a
Couple
basketball.
of whacks. I mean, he is a premiership player. So
Nah,
He's
he
also
already
played
is a
like
premiership.
I love Scott Pendlebury.
He's like my favourite player to watch
Has he
play.
played 350?
You've got to be honest, Scott. I know you
was
listen.
that?
Has he played 350?
I think so.
He'll be close enough. If
Charlie?
He hasn't already.
You on it, Charlie?
Yeah,
You use those fingers, mate.
Has
What
Dan
are you
got
thinking
their
about?
quicker? Who's got their quicker?
363.
Charlie, what are you doing over there, Charlie? You got 5 shelters in front of you.
Lots of jobs.
Yeah.
What are you
Lots of
doing?
Jobs. Boys, he's got lots of jobs.
Charlie's
right.
pissed. Lots of jobs.
Give us a look at the next fine.
G'day, lads and Dan.
Soft.
Mike Rochburns here. Just a $2 fine for Scully.
Oh,
On the weekend after kicking his goal.
Yeah.
Trying to punch on with Cooper Nitschke, and then before realising that it's his teammate, and then turning that very fastly into a hug. Like, come on, Scully. Figure out your teammates, mate. I know it's your first game, but you just got to do better, mate.
Yeah, you do.
$2. Cheers, boys. Have a good one.
I want to know if this is one of those.
You did quickly turn it into a hug. It was brilliant.
Oh, you got to be fair to me. I haven't
You're
been in that
just
environment for 2 years. I see someone brawling in front of me. I'm like, right, we're fucking fighting.
Yeah,
Great.
we're in there. We're in.
Who wants to fucking go? And then, I forgot where I was for a second there. I think it's fair enough, but
We'll
I'll
do
take
that.
$2. Okay.
That's it.
That's great.
Very good.
It's like
Good fine
genuinely probably the favourite part of the week. Those fines.
God, that's
Those fines are going to charity, by the way. Men's Talk, Soccer to Sarcoma, Soccer to Sarcoma, and Sabre.
And just a reminder, stop hacking the
Yes.
website.
Seriously.
Yeah, gosh.
I've had enough of that.
They actually-
You're getting on my nerves.
We've had.
We might
a
go
lot
to
of
prison
hackers.
over it.
There's only one box left of things to hack as well. So
I know.
I don't know.
I'd like
This is
to
your
put
last
some.
chance
I'd
to
like
hack
to
it.
put some of my merch in there, but then it would get hacked, and then
We will be doing some Hammer Swings merch.
yeah, I'm thinking
That's for
anything
sure.
like some. Yeah, I'm thinking Captain Positivity shirts. I'm thinking there's lots of things, but then I don't want them to get
Oh,
stolen,
shit, yeah.
like hacked and
The
stolen.
old shit, yeah. hat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, we don't want to provide an avenue for people to do
Oh, shit, yeah.
cyber
hat.
crimes.
I would wear that.
Oh,
I
shit,
would
yeah.
wear the old shit.
It's less of a website and more of a hack site. That's what we
Yeah,
fucking call
exactly.
it. So,
I'll tell you what, Russia, if you're listening,
I'm sure they
better
are.
not fucking hack our website.
No,
correct.
I've had enough of that.
No, we're
and it's
done.
not BackChat.
This has been a long
I've got a
episode.
question to ask you for Patreon, so we'll get to that in a second.
Okay, great.
That's we're gonna. That's for our patrons only, our VIPs.
Oh yeah, I like
Good
it.
350, 400, 500 people love you. We bloody love you. VIP codes we have there for you.
Shout out.
Whippersnapper Whisky, Margaret Roasting Co., BlueBet, Shelter Brewing Co., Leadable Cameras, Swimply, and of court.
Yes.
BackChat is powered by Fleet Network.
Yes, it is.
Our friends at Fleet Network.
Yeah. Bloody legends over there.
Novated.
If you're in the market for a car, you can sacrifice your salary to buy a car, pre-tax dollars. You save money, get a new car. Don't know how
It's
else
actually
to do it.
just it's a cheat code, isn't it?
It's a no-brainer.
You're
Stop
hacking.
Stop hacking.
Stop
Fleet
hacking
Network.
us. No, stop hacking us. You can hack Fleet Network.
Yeah.
But they just let you hack. It's
Hack
awesome.
them. Hack them. You just go on fleetnetwork.com.au and
Just
hack
buy
them.
a car. It's awesome. The best hack. Just buying a car.